And there is a lot going on as St. Patrick's Day is on the horizon tomorrow. Me being from Chicago, we have the river being dyed green as we speak. That's a big tradition up there. The St. Patty's Festival, big tradition here. And of course, the weather is important when people are heading out to that, right?
Oh, for sure. We're going to see some storm chances come back tonight, so you should be okay to head out this evening, but just keep an umbrella in reach, especially if you do plan on staying late. I'll detail that forecast here in just a couple of seconds, but first here's our almanac from today. We got to 88 this afternoon. We had a lot of sunshine come out, and that really helped to boost our temperatures, though we did start out a little bit on the muggy side this morning, though it probably didn't feel too bad with that rain-cooled air. However, with all of that energy in the atmosphere from the 88 degrees today, we've got a lot of energy in the atmosphere for storms tonight to use up. Here's a look at rainfall totals from this morning. You can see Falfurrias, the clear winner of today, with almost 2.5 inches of rain reported. That was from the big complex of storms that moved across those 3 southern counties just to our border that eventually then caused the wake low for us here in Corpus Christi. Right now we do have some pretty clear skies across the coastal bend with some clouds here and there. Generally most places are in the 80s. Now if you are heading out to that St. Patty's Day festival in downtown, temperatures staying in the 70s through this evening, but we'll start to cloud up. You can see those little cloud icons coming back, and once we get to about midnight or so, that's when we're really going to see rain chances start to go up. Here's what it's looking like across the state. You can see a big complex of storms just to the east of the DFW Metroplex, but what we're going to be watching is down here just to the west of the Rio Grande. So starting about news time tonight, that's when we're going to start watching over here, and then we can see storms again tracking from west to east across the coastal bend. Now it's still a little bit of a toss-up whether it's going to be a big blob and clump of storms, which would mean a little bit greater wind threat, or more kind of sparse individual cells like this. Either way, we still have that severe risk heading into tomorrow. And this model right here, I'm going to say that I'm not necessarily agreeing with all of the storm activity it's still keeping in for tomorrow afternoon, but I did want to show it just in case. I'll switch to another model here in a second, but here's that one again, just a closer view starting tonight, then getting into 4 o'clock. Like I said, we have those storms coming across from west to east, and then heading into tomorrow morning. This is, I think, pretty accurate. We stay mostly cloudy with a scattered chance for rain. Now here's what that severe risk is looking like. It's pretty similar to yesterday, though we don't have a 3 going on out here on this scale, just a slight risk. And our main concerns with this are going to again be wind and hail. Hail anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, and winds 40 to 60 mile per hour possible. Although we do have an inch or 2 of rain in the forecast, most places can actually take it right now, but places to our south, like where we had Falfurrias getting 2.5 inches of rain, if we get a slow moving thunderstorm that dumps another inch or 2 on there, you could see some localized flooding in those areas. Here's a look at rain chances for this evening. We are going to stay dry mostly through about 8 or 10 o'clock, and that is when, if you're heading out to St. Patty's Day and you're staying late, you're going to want the umbrella likely, especially if you're in the western counties. I do think that will be okay for the St. Patty's Day festival, but better safe than sorry to just have that umbrella with you. Heading into tonight, though, later into tomorrow morning, that's when we're going to see our highest rain chances as that rain moves across the coastal bend. So here's the other forecast model that I do agree a little bit more with, picking up where the other one left off. Like I said, the clouds continuing, temperatures right around 80 degrees, if not in the upper 70s for tomorrow, with a spotty shower still in our forecast. Unfortunately, we have a cold front that goes through. It's the stationary front that's been hanging around since Friday evening. That finally moves out, but it's not going to clear us out. We are going to see slightly lower temperatures tomorrow morning, but the clouds and rain chances are still in the forecast. In terms of our rainfall forecast, most places I think get at least an inch of rain, some places a little bit less, but thankfully the highest totals are forecast over the watershed where we really need it. From now through Sunday, our highest rain chances are going to be tonight, not on here, but I've got us at 70%, dropping to about 50% for tomorrow. And then we remain on the isolated side in terms of activity for Monday and Tuesday, but then heading into later this week as we finally see that big low pressure that's been hanging out over the desert southwest. It's going to move over us, and that means we see an increase in rain chances. But then look at Friday and Saturday. We're finally going to see the rain chances go away and get some sunshine in here. Until then, we do have that storm chance for for tonight, 68 for our morning low temperature, and then heading into tomorrow afternoon, we still, again, I think could see some storms remaining, especially in the morning, but overall a generally quieter afternoon. High temperatures right around 80 tomorrow afternoon, and then heading into the next couple of days with some northeasterly and easterly winds, we do cool down a little bit into the 60s by Tuesday afternoon. But if you're not a fan of the clouds and the rain and all this unsettled weather, just take a look at next weekend. Lots of sunshine. Brandon.
All right.